there was a river. The Feather River was nearby. But went very well. But on my way there, about 25, 30 miles into the trip, my car started acting up. And it started bucking. And I thought, oh, man. And, I thought my goose was cooked, basically. And I started praying hard. I just said, God, please, send an angel to, fix this thing on the fly. It felt like I had a tank of really bad gas. Maybe the last time I filled up, which was like the day before, that, maybe I got a tank of water, something. But I prayed, and no check engine light came on. The temperature was okay, but it was a bad situation. I wasn't going for it. I put my hazard lights on. I had to slow down, and it was just bucking like crazy. And I thought, yeah, that's it. I'm going to call AAA, and I'm not going to the wedding. So anyhow, I ended up stopping, got off the road, and I opened the hood, and I keep a little battery wrench because the battery light did come on, but this is a little wrench. You can get these at any auto parts store. It's a little fits, because most of the car batteries are side post mounts, and this fits right on. It's ratcheting. See that? Turns either way. Very simple tool to use, but metal. The thing about metal is that when it heats and cools, it stretches, it compacts, it changes. And battery terminals are made out of lead. It's a soft metal. And you can tighten them down. They can feel very snug and tight, the cable that connects to the battery. But over time, it can get loose, and that was what happened here, apparently. I tightened the cables, and the problem repeated itself one more time because these kind of problems literally get into the computer of the car. And it'll repeat the thing because it does this thing when there's a malfunction anywhere in the brains of the vehicle. The computer picks up on it and lets you know, under no uncertain terms, that you got a problem. So it repeated the problem one time after I tightened the cables, and from there on out it ran as smooth as silk the rest of the way there and back. So the whole thing probably cost me about 10, 15 minutes with the slowdown and the stopping and the fix. So that was a happy story, And I got to this wedding, and there was a girl there that looked like Lauren, and I kept looking at her, and she was adorable. But she kept looking at me too, but she's probably in her 20s. But I found out that she was married. I noticed the ring on her finger. But so I did not pursue her. I did not attempt to speak with this pretty lady. She was one of the bridesmaids too for my niece's wedding. But she reminded me of Lauren, and I missed Lauren. She didn't make it, but I haven't given up. My life is a lot better, so I'm not going on any pity potty thing here. And I've got a really good life. I just want to be able to enjoy it, and it's not her fault at all that I'm not enjoying my stinking little life. It's just that I can't sit idly by and watch my country go down the tubes and not say something. That's why I'm a dissenter. I think I'm the best kind of patriot out there. But let me finish up talking about this wedding that I went to last week. But Lauren, if I'm speaking to you, if by chance you're listening to me, listen, if I saw you out in public, girl, I'm not going to approach you. You understand that? That's not who I am. You know how to get a hold of me, and hey, if you don't want to, you don't want to. It's as simple as that. So I've got no cause to ever approach you in public. Um, so let's leave it at that. If you want to get a hold of me, you know how. And hey, I'm not going anywhere that I know of. I am never going to be content till I've got a beloved by my side. I know my values, and that's the most valuable thing. That's the greatest gift God can ever give a man, and it just ignites my soul and my spirit, my mind, my heart, my body. It ignites my essence. Every fiber of my being is ignited with the idea of having a girl just like you. And the problem I have, Lauren, is that there's only one you. And hey, I know how to suck it up. I'm the king of letting go. So, hey, even if you gave me a date, it's not like all of a sudden, wow, now you owe me something. I mean, quite the opposite. So, whatever. I mean, I would love to. I don't know what to say. I mean, sometimes words just can't say how much you want something. I mean, it just, I mean, to put it in simple terms, I'd much rather have your hand go steady with a girl like, I'm with you, not a girl like you, with you. Okay. Then I'd rather multi billions of dollars. I don't care. You give me, I'd rather have your hand than anything, not only anything in the world, but everything in the world. That's as simple and cut and dry. I mean, that I say that before God and man, and I mean that. I know my values. I have spent a lot of time alone, plenty of time to figure this thing out. Say, man, oh man, I get it. I get it. That's it. I'll never be self-satisfied. I'm living less than half a life. I need to be whole. I need a beloved. I need somebody to love me, to accept me, to commit to me, and I will give them the same. I promise to love, honor, cherish, and respect. And I promise that, hey, you make me the happiest man in the whole world. I can promise this, I'm going to make you the happiest woman in the whole world. Hey, and I promise this, you take one date, and I promise you won't be sorry. I will treat you so well. That's it. That's it. I can't go any further. I just wanted to put that out there that I am still very much enthralled with you, sweetheart, and I would like nothing more than, just to meet and to see if, hey, maybe it's possible that, I could make you happy. I could, provide for you those things that a woman wants in a beloved, in a man, whatever it is. I mean, that's what I want to give you. I want to be exactly the kind of man you want. I want to trust you. I want to be a much better human being. So as far as change goes, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely open to being a better man. If that means change, well, yeah, I mean, there's certain things about my personality I don't want to change. I like who I am for the most part. I love who I am. I'm a good, decent, upright human being. I'm a well-wisher. I want the best for everybody. I get it. All the same things I want from myself and my family, I want for you and your family. I've learned how to love my enemies. Okay, be on guard against them, yes. But it's a pain to be hated by people unjustly. But that's the reality that I have to face. But there's a lot of things I don't want to change about myself. But there's certainly some aspects of my life I would love to change, and God knows that's true. So anyhow, I am intimidated as much as she is probably by my forwardness, and I talk big behind the camera, but if we met, I would be intimidated, and I'd probably be speechless. But it's like a moth to the flame kind of thing. I can't resist, like a magnetic pull. I feel like an ancient memory, like a long lost love. I absolutely can't resist. I can't play it cool. I can't be coy about it. I just think that she is the sweetest, most precious, adorable, beautiful, pretty lady I can imagine. I couldn't improve on her at all, and I can't resist. I mean, she is like that, jumping on that motorcycle, to use an allegory, that can go 200 miles an hour. And yes, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of it, but you know what? I can't resist it. And just to sum it up, sweetheart, look, I just know we could have some fun. Okay, we could have some real fun. Introduce you to some childhood friends down in the Santa Cruz area, and you'd get a better idea of who I am, and talking to other people that know me. But I'm a nice guy, and my family loves me, and uh, I'm not a threat to anybody. I'm the opposite of a threat, whatever that is: comfort and encouragement. Um, and so that's where I'm coming from, honey. And for other people who this doesn't involve, listen, understand this much. It does involve you this much. That is my values that are coming through here. And ultimately, you see what I value above everything else. The greatest gift God can give a man is a woman, a beloved. And man, she fits the bill. I know I could be happy not only in this life, I could go through eternity with this woman. Just floating on the clouds, all eternity. Could be happy. But in the meantime, I'm still human. She's still human, and we face mundane, day in and day out things we got to deal with. So um, I'll leave it at that. In fact, I think my tape is just about over, and I might end up changing